Okay, in this video, let's talk about Tiger Woods. Now he's making his comeback and see what he can do to play well when he makes his comeback. First, I'll do a few swings here on the video talking about what he can do to play well, and then we'll take a look at his actual swing, a couple different pictures of his swing, older and newer, and things that look good and things that don't look as good. So here with an iron swing, as I'm sitting up here, Tiger has been good with the irons because he's able to keep that club on plane a lot easier with the irons. He's standing closer to the ball with an iron. The swing naturally gets a little bit steeper. That actually helps him with his iron play. His main problem is with the woods getting off plane. And so with the irons, he's able to get this club on the plane and really keep it on plane through impact. As you can see here, I'm just demonstrating that, when he stays down in his posture, good things happen. If he swings it up high enough that he can then come down and stay above that green line, and then just on the line, he's going to do really well. Uh, he'll be a solid iron player and hitting, good solid shots. So like I said, if he gets the club up high like he used to, he can easily come down and keep that club working in front of the plane, and that ensures him good solid contact. He can move the ball both directions. He can hit fades and draws, and it's very easy for him to then, compress the ball, spin it, and be an accurate iron player. It doesn't really matter whether he sets up tall his old way or a little more bent forward like you see here. If he rounds that swing off like he has at times, since he's bent over more at address, like a lot of one-plane swingers or rounded players, that still allows him, if he stays in posture, to stay down and get the club back on the plane. In iron play, typically a player does stay down more because they're just not swinging so hard. They're not trying to hit a ball, 320 yards. They're just trying to hit at a certain distance. And so for those players, a lot of times it's very easy for them to stay down through the shot and be a good iron player. When he gets to the driver, once again, if he stands up tall like he used to, gets the club up high, and then keeps it up high and work it down then in front of the plane in the transition like you see here, and then back down to the yellow line. If he does that and stays in posture, he can then drive the ball really, really straight. And that's what he used to do. That's sort of the hallmark of his swing in the early 2000s, even the late 90s when he was really playing well. More upright swing. And no matter what, he kept the club in front of him. And here, showing this one, this is kind of when it goes wrong. He kind of lays the club off, tends to swing out to the right and miss shots out to the right and hit duck hooks. As he swings and lays it off, he then bends backward, drops the club under the plane like you can see here, and the green line I'm just showing here how he swings way out to the right. His club face would stay open, swinging out to the right, hit a big block way out to the right, or he could just roll the face over the ball if he hits a few to the right and then hit a big snap hook that goes to the left. And so if we see this where he just can't get the golf club on plane with the driver, he's going to struggle mightily with the driver. He just will have the hardest time, hitting it straight. So whichever swing he chooses, whether it's more upright or whether it's more around, he simply has to get this club into a position coming down that he can keep it above this plane when he first starts down and then on plane coming in. And now we see here some different photos. The one on the right, really not so good. You'll see in a minute. The one on the left, he's got the club out in front of him more on the backswing. You can see the club out in front of his body more, swinging up on a steeper angle. And the one on the right, he's actually going more around his body. And that really affects the downswing as much as anything. When he starts to bring the club down, as you'll see in a minute, from the left one here, he gets the club exactly on plane. You can see how the shaft of the club is pointed right at the ball. And how he's still in posture. His body doesn't look contorted in any way. The one on the right, you can see that he's starting to get a huge gap between his arms. The shaft is laid back much, much flatter, and he looks very contorted here. This golf club, you'll see, is starting to swing downward too much, and then will swing out to the right. And once again, that opens up that two-way miss where he can hit shots that just veer way off to the right or create a snap hook. Now as he comes down one more frame, the club on the left right out in front of him on plane. You can see just right where you want it to be, arms closer together, left arm much closer to his body, and still holding his posture much better. Clearing his lower body, staying in posture, club on plane, the one on the right, very awkward looking, left arm way out in front, club head dropping behind and below his arms. And like I said, from there, he'll just be attacking inside out very drastically which will hit blocks and hooks. And once you'll see here in a minute, when he keeps coming on down into impact, excuse me, from the left side with the film on the left, he is right on it, right on the plane. Arms are matched up, shoulders are matched up. He's still in his posture. And the one on the right, you can see the right arm much lower underneath his left, body contorted, handle way out in front of the club face, and this ball will just take off straight to the right or be a rolling hook off into the left trees. Every now and then he's going to hit a straight shot because he is Tiger, but this is not the picture we want to see when he comes back over on the right. We want to see something that looks more like the left, where his arms are more matched up and his shoulders look much more natural and in posture.